Indiana Pacers starting lineup. Starting at point. Standing 6'2".
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, this is the NBA. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan alongside my broadcast partner Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's great to have you with us. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings in their last game, a loss to the Cavs in Cleveland.
I know that's a game they'd like to forget. Sort of a tough day for them all around.
Yeah, I don't see any reason they won't be able to.
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on.
Pacers leading by 4. Outside Hill. Stuckey into the lane. It's back to Hill. Indiana moving it around. 6 to shoot. Here's George. Drains it from 17 feet out.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
And the Kings making a change here. Banks is checked in. The Kings trail by 6.
Well, for Paul George, his leap last season, not just about accentuating his strengths, but also cutting back on the negative plays, in particular, lowering his fouls and turnovers while he was on the floor.
Here's Banks. The shot no good. West with some nice D. Stuckey kicks to George. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. And it's 6 points for Paul George.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Here's Collison. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. Evans outside. Banks kicks to Evans. A 3-ball. Hibbert pulls it in. Hibbert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Stuckey dishes to West. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. West has got his second basket of the game.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
Hill against Collison, and the pass to Sessions. Collison kicks to Evans, and there's the 3-second violation.
Just check out the numbers for Paul George. Great work over the last month. Second in steals. And how about his accuracy from the foul line, guys? He is in the top 10 in free throw percentage.
And Steve, I think the steals per game average that he sports is really an impressive stat. I mean, you think about coming up with the steals that he does and the way he does it. He does it with smarts and tenacity.
Sessions with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Hill pulls it in.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
He dishes it to Scola. Banks with the block. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sessions with it, picked up by Stuckey. It's Banks with the drive. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yep, +5 in rebounds. That didn't take long.
Here's George. And a double-digit. Tune in. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. West comes in for Luis Scola. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for George Hill. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. Evans comes in for Carl Landry. Banks checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Collison in for Sessions. Down low, West and Hibbert. Rodney Stuckey out there with Watson. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. No good on the second free throw.
Roy Hibbert really an all-around contributor at the center position, an elite rim protector. He can pass, post up, and even knock a shot down from the high post. He really does a lot of things to help you win.
Here's Banks. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Banks has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
And Hibbert with the nice soft touch on that hook shot. With his height, you're not going to block that one.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's got a really nice touch. One of the better free throw shooters among big men in the league as well.
Outside Banks. The feed to Evans. Back to Banks. From 11 feet away, Hibbert pulls it in. Another shot. Misses the layup. Pacers leading by 18. George with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. It's tipped. Evans with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass there.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Their offense really sputtered in that game. They went through stretches where points became very hard to come by.
And Steve, you know, their play wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad, but this game still is about making shots, and the shot making wasn't there.
A drive by Collison. With one on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And he sinks the second. And the first half is now in the books. Pacers lead by 15. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, David, a great first half that demonstrates a lot of the evolution of this team. As a veteran of this group, can you tell us a bit about the concepts that have helped this cohesion?
You know, we've developed some good habits, creating an identity, but we.
All right, eyes front. That's not what we were looking for in the first half, to say the least. Let's learn from what happened and make the second half a different story.
Our shot selection has to improve. Plain and simple. No more putting up shots against a double team with a guy all over you. Let's find the good matchups and go to them. Now, that wasn't our only issue for sure. In general, we have to be more connected as a unit, not 5 individuals, no matter which 5 of you is out there. And let's not lean too much on the fast break in the second half. Get things set up when we can. The points will come fast enough. Don't worry.
Okay, that's it. I'm expecting a whole lot out of you guys in the next 2 quarters. This isn't a game I'm anywhere close to giving up on, and neither should you.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He's got 13 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
Indiana leading by 15. Second half underway. Here's third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
Well, last season, the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They were in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Banks checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. From long range or short, small forwards on this list have been on target for the play. Leading their position in field goal percentage. 5th, Rudy Gay.
Well, that is such an efficient group offensively. That's really the best way to describe them. Nothing forced, just solid, smart shots.
And at small forward, that's the only way to post that kind of percentage. I mean, just letting them fly from the perimeter isn't going to get it done. You got to get it inside some, too.
Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
The Kings making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. Sessions against Hill. Now here's Sessions. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 2 to shoot. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Scola's got 4 rebounds in this game. Scola sets a screen for George. An easy layup after coming off the pick. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Now Sessions, averaging 9 points per contest. Here's Banks against Sacramento. And here are the Pacers now. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand.
I'm interested in what happens with that Pistons game. Guys, that's a good matchup.
And we'll get a look at how the Hustle Stat game has been going for Indiana.
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Sacramento.
All right, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
West comes in for Rodney Stuckey. Allen's checked in for George. And it's Watson in for George Hill. And the Kings will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Thompson. Landry comes in for Reggie Evans. Stauskas is checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Sessions. Down low, West and Hibbert. Watson out there with Scola. And it's Allen in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter. Gay passes to Collison. Stauskas kicks to Collison. From downtown, Stauskas with the bucket. Stauskas has got 5 points now this quarter.
D there, guys.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Hill, he's checked in for Hibbert. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for West. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. Rainman comes in for Carl Landry. McLemore's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Sessions subbed in for Darren Collison. 1:32 left in the 4th quarter. Watson kicks to Scola. And it's good.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And the game they played tonight, purposeful. They wanted to get after it after losing the first game of the year against these guys. Big boost of confidence for them to even up this season series against the Kings.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team. And boy, what a game it was for Paul George. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
C.J. Watson at 6'2" is an outstanding shooting combo guard. He's an excellent marksman from behind the three-point line, which helps his team space the floor, but he's also an underrated defender.
Both free throws good from Watson. And for Watson, between his outside shooting guys and his solid defense.
Yeah, pretty good at getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. You know, a player who spent a little time in the D-League out of college and now has really solidified his place as an NBA player.
Out to Sessions. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there while he's playing.
Well, the lead's only going to get bigger unless they shore up those mistakes. They've got to tighten things up here.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Watson. Screen by Scola. Watson dishes to Scola. And stolen by Banks.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Casper. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get C.J. Watson.
Omri Caspi taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Pacers making a switch here. And both free throws good for Caspi. And here's Watson. So no problem.
Guys, Paul George.
Ugly.
Man, ugly doesn't even begin to describe what happened out there.
What would you call it?
Sorry, pathetic, garbage, embarrassing.
Just gotta let it go. Get back at it tomorrow. Study some film, see what we did wrong, hit the weight room, get some treatment, make up for it next time out.
You over here acting like that loss is on everybody.
'Cause it is.
Nah, man. I played my tail off. Ain't none of that loss on me, all right?
Nah, man, it's far from all right. We rise and fall together as one. Once you've been around a little bit, maybe you'll finally figure that out.
Man, step your game up, man. You don't know what you're talking about.
Checked in for Banks, and it's Ben McLemore in for... So we see the Warriors get the win here. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan player.
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
Hey, boss, I came as soon as the trainer told me. What's going on?
I appreciate that about you. Since you've been here, you've been responsible, good teammate, hard worker, which makes this that much more difficult for me. As you know, your 10-day contract is up. You've done some good things, but we just don't see a place for you on this team moving forward.
But I thought I was holding my own.
Yeah, you were. But this is in a league of water carriers, and we need a lot more than that here.
I mean, but you never even told me what I need to do. If it's more weights, if it's sprints, if it's film room.
Son,
I mean, whatever.
The decision has been made, and who knows, maybe you'll catch on somewhere else, you know? But we appreciate the contribution, and it's time we parted ways.
Well, thanks for the chance. But I want you to know this. This is not the last time you heard of me.
I hope not, son. And if any other GMs reach out, I'm gonna tell them you handled yourself like a pro here. Good luck.
All right, thank you, sir.
Would you please put that controller down? We've got business to discuss. Now, there's an old saying I'm fond of. Beggars can't be choosers.
No, that's a cliche. And we're not beggars. So what else?
Yeah, we're not beggars yet, but we both will be if you don't start bringing in some of that do-re-mi, all right? Now listen, we've got another offer on the table, a 10-day deal. It's not with a contender, but there's another saying I'm fond of.
And what's that?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I know it's not what you want, but it's a chance to compete, build a highlight reel, show all the GMs across the league what you can do. What do you say?
Man, I say I'm tired of this couch. Let's get back to work.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chase. Look upon your greatness and she'll send the call out, 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 send.